Signature.
Signature block. Okay, we're going to talk about the signature block, but we're going to come back to that. What else?
Format.
Tolerances.
Okay. Format. What is the format?
Shows you what kind of graphics put in.
The format is the type of drawing that it is, correct? The format on this drawing is?
Unigraphics.
Unigraphics. We can have CATIA, we can have hand-drawn, we can have CAD. There's a lot of different things we could have. Okay? Heard somebody say tolerance block, right? We have general tolerances, and we covered those already. What else?
Number of sheets.
Sheet number. Most drawings have multiple sheets, and you want to know which sheet you're on. You missed a couple easy ones. Drawn by, okay. The drawn and checked by are part of the signature block. We'll get back to that. You're missing one really good one.
Location.
Drawing number. Don't you want a part number? Heck yeah, you do. We need the part number for the part so we know what it is. All right. Anything else?
Location.
Location. Okay. What's that? Okay, the next tire assembly can be listed. That's not required. How about the paper size? Sheet size. What is it? It's J, is it not? It is the biggest size. So we found 9 items already, correct?
Yep.
All right. Could there be other things?
Yes.
There could. It could contain a revision block. This one doesn't necessarily have one. But it should have a revision level at least, telling us what revision we're on. All right. So, we've determined that we have all these items. Let's talk about the signature block. I heard someone say the first thing on there was drawn by. Correct?
Yes.
What is the next thing? Checked?
Group. It was group.
Let's do them in order.
Group before check.
Oh, group before check? Okay.
Drawn group.
Okay, drawn. Group. Checked.
Stress.
Stress.
WTS.
WTS.
M&D. R&M. Manufacturing.
Project. Okay. Number those up real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do all of them have initials by them?
No.
Which one does not? R&M is resources and materials. It's no longer used by this company. The number of items in a signature block will vary from blueprint to blueprint depending on the company you're working for. This company uses quite a bit. Let's start with the easy one. Drawn by would be the person who drew the drawing, correct? Somebody created it. Okay. Group would be his first level supervisor. Who's check? Now this is an interesting one. What do you suppose check does?
Make sure it's correct.
Check.
Checks the drawing for
Check,
accuracy.
checks a drawing, but what does he actually check for? Checked is the person that checks to make sure that it's drawn to ASME standards. He's not validating whether the drawing is correct or not. He is validating that it is in the correct format. Okay? Stress is an engineering group that knows the properties of each fastener, their weight level, how much limitations it can hold, and they will check to make sure that everything on here meets company standards to engineering specifications. I like to use CESA standards. They engineer every airplane to be 300 times stronger than what it needs to be. Okay? WTS, this is one of my favorites. Anybody want to take a guess what that is?
Weight.
Weights, very good. Why is weight important?
So it doesn't go down.
Okay, so it doesn't go down. There's a lot of good answers for this, so go ahead. Give me another one.
CG.
Center of gravity. What else? You guys are missing some pretty obvious ones.
It takes a lift off.
Okay, let me explain that a little bit. Are airplanes lighter than air or heavier than air? Heavier than air. So they require propulsion to take off, right? So the heavier they are, the more propulsion it takes. The more propulsion it takes, the more what is used? Fuel. And the heavier the plane is, we can carry less cargo, people. Yep. Okay. So there's a lot of reasons why weight is important. When we did this new model startup on the CJ3, every sealer tube that we used on that airplane was captured, and then we measured how much sealer was left in each tube. Weighed each one, so we could tell you exactly how much sealer was added to that airplane. So weight is actually very, very important. Every airplane that is produced is weighed. So keep that in mind. M&P, materials and processes. Materials and processes cover things like bonded parts, composite parts. They are the ones that say the materials and the processes used to assemble the plane are correct. MFG, manufacturing. Can we actually build the part the way that is manufactured? Or the way that it's drawn, correct? Because sometimes we can draw things that we can't actually make. And then finally, project is a person who's responsible for it all. So we have a total of 8 signatures that was required for this drawing. 8 people signed off on this. So is it expensive to make an aircraft blueprint? Very expensive. So when we revise the blueprint, guess what? All 8 of these people have to sign off on it again. So it's very important that we do not do revisions lightly.